Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. So, I just want to jump right into things. I have a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to how I am managing my mental health during this pandemic. I know that COVID has taken a toll on the entire world, and with this lockdown, our second lockdown, and everything that's happening, it's like the world is moving at such a fast pace and we're trying to keep up. There's constantly new rules. There's just everything. Everything in every country in the world, there has been rules and regulations that we have to abide by. Okay, so I am going to speak for myself. It is not easy for me to adjust. And everything just hit me like a truck. Like I didn't know what to do. So let me just backtrack. What I want to do is work on my God-given purpose. Now, that is easier said than done because you really have to tap into yourself. There's so many things that you have to tap into. You have to tap into God, understand who your God is. There's just a lot of things, but to make this easier, I wrote down the main points of how I am getting through this pandemic. So since last March, I was working from home. Because of COVID, I lost my job. Now, I don't want to say lost my job because I feel like that was a marvelous door that opened and shut for me. And I've been a law clerk for many, many years, and just having the break and not being so indulged in my work, so indulged in helping another business grow, this pandemic has taught me to make myself grow. And let me tell you how. The main things that I did to cope, because trust me, I probably had more. No, I had more. Now I have more good days than bad days. By the way, in case you guys are wondering what I have in my hand drinking in my favorite mug, my Get It Girl mug, yes, motivation, is Soursop Green Tea by Flava. If you guys haven't tried this brand, I'm telling you, it is so good. So I just put a little bit of honey in my tea. This is what it looks like. Soursop green tea. Okay, soursop alone, I love soursop. Like, soursop is good. And for it to be in a tea, anyways, I'm from Toronto, so I was able to pick up the Flava brand in Danforth Food Market. Be sure to check it out, y'all. I made my notes for you guys to narrow down what has been helping me during this pandemic. So just a little background about myself. I have a 3-year-old daughter, my beautiful daughter Soleil. I am a homeowner, so owning a home comes with many different things, many different bills. You have your gas bill, your water bill, your everything bill, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, your garbage bill, water and waste, all of that. So many bills. So that alone, managing your bills. So my first point is to live intentionally. That is the main purpose of this video, is how are you going to live intentionally with everything that's going on in this world? It's like the whole world is going through a hurricane, and we have to try our best to survive everything that is going on, whether it comes to our mental health, our physical health, and every single thing. We have to learn to take control of our own life. Trust me, I have had so many bad days during this pandemic. I don't know what to do. I feel lost. Do I send my daughter to daycare like I usually do? Do I still do her routine? Then I have to set her up for schooling if she's not going to daycare and getting that continuous education and that set routine, which also I have to find time for myself to build on myself and to build on my goals. So how do I manage that? And what's very important on how I manage my time is my handy dandy agenda. This agenda I got from Dollarama for $4. And let me tell you, it's the best $4 that I've spent this year. Honestly, I love agendas. I will go to Winners, I'll go to Marshalls, I'll look for the best fancy agendas with the the stickers and the whole nine. I love me a colorful agenda. And now having an agenda, it helps my life so much because it helps map out what I want to do. So every day, every night, every evening before I go to bed, I get clarity. All my bills, the due dates, my to-do list. So every night, like I was saying, I will map out my to-do list for the next day. I feel like when I make my to-do list on the same day, I get super overwhelmed. As I'm writing it down, I'm already having negative thoughts in my head, like, how am I going to make this work? I'm already having a crazy day. So that's why I like to plan from the night before how I want my next day to be. Organizing your life is super, super duper important because you don't want other aspects of your life to manage your life. And I feel like that's what got me down in the beginning of the pandemic. That's what really stressed me out. So with my agenda, I can actually visually see how I want my life to look and how I want my days to look. And I jot down my goals in my agenda. Every day I'm looking at it. It's in my face. I make it a point to go in my agenda. Also, keeping an agenda will build up your credit score because hello, if you're seeing that your bill is due on the 15th, get it together. There's no way you should forget that you have a bill, but then that comes into money management as well. I just think an agenda is the best thing ever. If you don't use an agenda, try to get into the habit of doing so. And even if you don't know what to do, just write down all of your bills. That's one way to start your organization process. And then I think that everything else in your life will follow once you get in the habit of using your agenda. Goal setting can be very hard. This is when you are thinking and you're imagining how you want your life to be. And I know being in a pandemic right now, for me, I'm going to speak for myself. It is so hard to see and try to grasp on how I envision my future self. So what I do is I picture myself to be already living in the dream. If I want a lavish car, my car is already lavish, okay? It could be a beater car. Your car could have costed you $200. Feel like you're driving the most expensive car out there because guess what? It gets you from point A to B. And that also brings back the topic to stop looking at stop going into your social media and looking at other people's lives and feel like you are not in the right place because you are comparing yourself to everybody else that you see on Instagram. And one big thing is, oh my gosh, this person is living such a lavish life through this pandemic. And then we start to have those negative thoughts into us. And then we start to ask ourselves, am I in a place where I want to be? Am I in a space where I want to be right now? This is really hard. People are getting sick. It could be a lot. And that's where I would say, find time for yourself. No phone, just you and your positive thoughts. Because honestly, you can really get into your head so much that you start to believe that all of these negative things that you are portraying out there is happening in your life. And you don't want that to happen because then you will get in the habit of speaking negatively. Negativity attracts negativity, and positivity attracts positivity. And it's easier said than done because I don't know why the negative always overpowers the positive, but we tend to get into the habit of feeling that it is impossible. And you know why we feel like sometimes it's impossible? When we watch the news, for example. I would say like majority of the time I'm watching the news, it's focusing on the negative things that are happening in the world. So how else are we supposed to apply what is going on in the world if we're always seeing these negative things on the news? Me, I literally just watch the news probably once a week now, just to get caught up. And if there's any changes, I know I will see it on other social media platforms eventually, or if it's really super important, I have a family chat and it would probably be discussed there or just through conversation with somebody else. But I really try to limit my time on watching the news because it was making me depressed. I just keep seeing this many people dying, this much people getting sick. And it was such an anxiety riser. Limited myself. I have created goals for myself that would help with my self-development. And some of these goals were ones that made me happy. For example, I'm trying my best to interior decorate. I'm trying my best. But it's like I have the ideas in my head, but I just cannot bring them into fruition. And it's getting on my nerves. But anyways, one thing that I really enjoy is painting. I love painting. I just feel like I get in a zone. I get zen. I'm at peace. My anxiety goes down. And it's so creative. It's artistic. And I'm in my head about something that I can actually do and make beautiful. So what I did, I bought myself some canvases, got some pretty colored paint, and I'm going to create artwork for the house. I'm benefiting from trying to tackle down the tasks of creating the home that I want, and I'm enjoying this at the exact same time. Another tip that I would say is just even having 10 minutes to yourself to just sit at peace. No noise, no nothing, just you and your silence and your breathing. And trust me, when you focus on your breathing, it helps so much. And by making that time for yourself and having that silent time, I promise you, you will get clarity. Especially when you pray and you meditate on top of that, there is so much clarity that you will get. There's so much understanding that you will get. And then that will map out how you want your day to look as well. So usually I try to focus on that in the morning, 10 minutes. You could be doing anything, just sitting in silence before the busy day rush. And then you just get that to yourself. You just get some clarity of how you want your life to look. What is happening now and how do you want to make the change? This also brings me back to making a list. Make a list of things that you don't want to see. If you don't want procrastination, write it down. If you don't read enough, write it down. Everything that you do not want to see in your life that is currently a big factor in your life, write it down. One thing that I am still learning to do is saying no. If you don't want to do something, I feel like it's straining to do it. And I'm not talking about responsibilities. We always have to boss up on our responsibilities. Like when it comes, you can't just say, no, I don't feel like paying my cell phone bill because blah, blah, blah. No, you can't do that. However, learning to say no would be so helpful. For example, if someone asks you to run an errand with them and you know it's going to take more than half of your day and you're just literally doing nothing and it's not being beneficial to you, you can say no. Say no. And if that person feels hurt about it, then they don't understand that you are trying your best to create a space that you want for yourself. Honestly, if I say no to somebody now and they get mad at me, I don't care. I don't care because if I'm to say yes to something I don't want to do, I'm going to be miserable. Honest, I'll be miserable for next week, I'm not even joking. I don't know if it's me having to be a Gemini or what, but I'll be pissed off. Learn to manage your personal space or even your inner circle. If you have that one person that is just so emotionally draining and every time it's just a drag, and you're trying to be honest with this person and they just keep bringing this negative energy around you, shoo be gone. Start speaking positivity into your life. Instead of just sitting there and saying, man, I really wish I could earn $5,000 a month. I really wish. Man, will I ever be able to make $5,000 a month? I wish. Stop wishing and do. Find a few income streams, whether it's Facebook, there's Facebook Marketplace. You could find your talent. Maybe if you're good at knitting scarves, you could make some and sell. Maybe you make some customized, like my friend, she makes customized chocolate dipped strawberries. I know it sounds far-fetched and like doing a business and stuff, but there's little things that you can do to get an income. And I know it's hard, but I'm just gonna speak on experience. I started learning how to do my own nails and I've done some nails. Another thing I do on the side is like a little Uber drive here and there, that's another stream of income. There are so many things. Another thing that I'm doing now is trying to get back on my YouTube. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. down below. I am trying my best to get to 1,000 subscribers. So my YouTube family, if you can help me do that, share all my videos, watch my old videos, comment on them, let me know that you're engaged. And that would just, even though I am already motivated, that would just motivate me even more to know that you guys have my back. I'm a little, I'm down here, I'm joking. I'm not even gonna say that. I am up here still, okay? Even though I have not that many subscribers, that is my goal. So my goal right now is to try to get my 1,000 subscribers and my 4,000 watch hours, okay? That is the goal that I am working on right now. And again, YouTube could be another stream of income. If you notice that your income isn't as much since the pandemic has happened, if you lost your job since the pandemic happened, try to see what your talent is. What other streams of income can you do that is not going to pressure you, that is not going to affect your mental health? Because honestly, that is the main thing right now. You won't be able to fight all of the other things without working on helping your mental health first. Another thing that has really been helping me is just trying to feed off of my energy. So if I notice that one day I just have a burst of energy and I don't know what to do with myself and I'm just hopping around smiling, happy, I try to channel my energy into doing something, for example, making this video. So try to channel your energy into something that you really want to do. If you know that you have this burst of energy and you can like cut down maybe 4 things on your list of things to do for the day, do it. Trust me. When you have that burst of energy and you feel like you just want to conquer the world, work on your goals. Your creative juices will start flowing. Then honestly, once you get into that groove, it's so hard to come out of. I try to find ways to do that. Another thing with being in this pandemic, what's the point of me getting ready? Like, I'll take a shower and I will change right back into my comfy house clothes. For hoodie, sweatpants, and then I tend to get lazy. I tend to get lazy. So now what I try to do my hair, I try to do my makeup just to uplift my spirits and get going. Try to get ready for the day. Even if you have nowhere to go, it's just that feeling of self-care is so important. Try not to lose that during this pandemic. Try to eat, and if you don't have a routine that you had before, try to make one. Maybe every Sunday do like a lavish facial, scrub your feet, anything. Try to get in the habit of even taking half an hour out of your week to just self-care. Get in a space, go in your bathtub, play some nice music that you enjoy. Get your favorite food maybe once a week. Do things that you enjoy, because if you keep beating yourself up about where you expected to be in life at this time, if you keep doing that, that's just going to set you back even more, because now you're trying to fight the battle of getting out of your head and trying to get into that positive space. So those are my tips for how I am getting through this pandemic. You guys, I really hope that everybody is safe. I hope that you guys are doing the best you can to flatten this curve. I have so many things that I could say about what's happening with this coronavirus, but I will leave that for another video. I just hope you guys stay safe, take care of your health, physically and mentally. Love you guys.